And India joined its Quad partners in calling for peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific, while reaffirming that Asia's centrality in the region and China's increasing military muscle flexing in the South China Sea. Besides Jaishankar, the Quad meeting held in Manila was attended by US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong, and her Japanese counterpart. Let's talk to Sumita, who's getting us more details on this Quad meeting. Over to you, Sumita.
That's right. The External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has held separate talks with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Manila. In fact, these meetings covered the safety of Indian seafarers, tariffs, energy security, India-China border tensions, and global developments. External Affairs Minister is in Manila for Quad Foreign Ministers meeting and other meetings that are related to ASEAN grouping. Now, first up, let's talk about the External Affairs Minister's meeting with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. He said that relations between India and China have been gradually normalizing. However, he reiterated that peace and tranquility in border areas is obviously the prerequisite for normal ties. He also says that this aspect will continue to need a constant attention. He also brought up the issue related to fair market access, and he brought up issues related to trade balance as well. And that he said that really ranks high in that regard. He also presented concerns about the predictability of supply chains. He also had a meeting with the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, where the two sides focused on trade and tariffs, energy, defense and security, alongside critical minerals and artificial intelligence. Now, important to note that all of these aspects are key pillars of the India-US ties, and of course these aspects have sort of been reiterated in the past couple of meetings between premiers of both the sides. In fact, this meeting happened even as the 10% tariffs that the United States imposed, they are set to expire on July 24th. In fact, the External Affairs Minister also stated in a communication that both sides exchanged quick perspectives on regional, global and multilateral issues of mutual interest. And then the External Affairs Minister also met with the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, wherein he reiterated India's strong concern related to the safety of Indian seafarers in the region. Now, this was raised after 4 Indian nationals were killed in an attack on the commercial vessel MV Golden Leo while it was departing Ukraine's Odessa port on July 19th. And in that regard, in fact, a Russian diplomat was also summoned by the Ministry of External Affairs.